with some other countries. Now what we're going to do today is we're going to run down our favorites for the tournament, some of the teams that are going to turn up and try and win the title. And we're going to have a lot of fun doing it because America's hosting a football tournament. Ian!
Where the hell am I?
An alternate reality, because USA's hosting a football tournament. Please don't fall off your step. Now, before I get too excited and I scream too much more, Ian, can you please do the housekeeping for once?
Well, okay, I've never done it, but there he goes. Okay, thank you very much for supporting our channel. If you like this video, please give us a like and think about subscribing. We welcome any comments, even if you're going to give us foul abuse about how bad our predictions are, we welcome it. You can see our social media tags above our head. Please click on them and follow them and like them. This man works incredibly hard trying to build them up.
I do.
So give him some love in those formats. Please.
Now, let's talk about the runners in this race.
Thomas Pickering, for the last bloody time, this is not the Cheltenham Gold Cup. This is the CONCACAF Gold Cup.
All my research! Ah!
So, for those of you, while Tom's off the screen, for those of you that don't know, the CONCACAF tournament involves teams from Central America, North America, and Canada. We're just going to go through a few, to use a horse racing term, runners and riders. And the first team we're going to talk about is...
USA, baby! Woo! Number one! Yeah. Okay, I'm done with that.
You're not number one. You're not number one in this tournament. Number two were like William Rica, who was number one. No, it doesn't work. Okay, carry on.
I'm going to knock him to the green screen in a second. Pulisic is our big star for this tournament. He's just moved to Chelsea. He's replacing Eden Hazard.
Our big star?
Shh, I'm American for this tournament. Don't ask questions, just enjoy it.
Fine.
I'll be English in like an hour. Werder Bremen's John Sargent isn't in the squad. You were telling me earlier...
Yeah, so Josh Sargent, I mean, there's not many players that play outside of the MLS.
Yeah.
He's a guy that's a young kid that looks really good. He's had a few games in the Bundesliga. They thought that this would be a good breakout tournament for him, so they pulled him out of the under-20s tournament.
Yeah.
And now he's been dropped from this squad. So it was like, well, what's the point of this then?
Good communication.
In favour of great players like Jose Altidore.
Altidore.
So the biggest thing about America is they're just trying to get over this hangover of not qualifying for the last World Cup, which is why they're putting all their eggs in their basket to try and get to at least the final or win it in their own backyard.
Bit of a travesty, really.
Yeah, it was really bad. No, I mean, to not qualify out of that was a pretty miserable...
Panama over there.
Yeah, so they are second favourites for this tournament, though, at 6-4, behind the favourites, who are...
Panama.
Mexico!
Ooh, tell me about the old enemy.
The old enemy. Okay, so Germany... Obviously, you know, you look at this tournament and the United States and Mexico just stand out head and shoulders above everybody else. Stop it. But they are missing some of their key players. There is no Little P in this tournament.
No,
there is no Carlos Vela, there is no Hector Herrera, and there is no Lozano, who did score against Germany in their winner. But they do have Raul Jimenez.
Por favor.
Steve, tell me about Raul Jimenez.
He's really good. He plays for Wolves. He wears masks when he scores.
Okay,
I'm really excited by it.
And Mexico, even with missing some players, will fully expect.
They're going to be awesome. They're really good at the last World Cup. They only seem to just run out of gas when it.
Yeah, that was the one thing. Do you remember that game against Germany? How much energy they played with, and it was I really hope they play this tournament in the same vein.
Yes. After that, just so you know, we have a lot less information. So we're going to really quickly go through this. Costa Rica, names you're going to probably know if you're not from that part of the world. Brian Oviedo, Brian Ruiz, and Joel Campbell. They're 6-1 favorites to win the tournament. They are always strong. They're always bitty.
Always physical.
They're better. You know, they play better. The sum of their parts are bigger than the individual scores.
It's almost like a back to basics routine with a lot of these sides, where they don't. It's not so much about possession. It is more about get the ball forward and play from the front, which is sometimes better to watch. Jamaica are the next side that we've got here. They are one of the hosts along with United States.
I heard they just picked up a giant sack and put every player they could in it and threw them on their shoulders.
Yeah, they picked like this massive 40-man squad, which is, I mean, crazy.
How many men fit on a football pitch?
Yeah, I think it's 28. So, weird. One thing I did pick out though is they picked Ravel Morrison in this, and I don't know if you remember him. He was like this wonder kid a few years ago. Scored this amazing goal from a corner in training.
Stupid like that.
And everyone thought he was going to be the next big thing. He currently plays for Östersunds in Sweden. So
what have they ever done?
They did beat Arsenal a few years ago.
But who doesn't do that?
They did create. they did create Potter.
Right.
They did create Potter, who's now Brighton's saviour.
Truth. Panama. Still have national hero Roman Torres leading the line. The man is a nutter. He's worrying in defense, but they love him.
You remember Panama from the World Cup, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, shall I kick you just to show the only thing they actually did in the tournament?
They took physicality to a new level in football.
It was like wrestling.
Yeah.
What is the only good thing Panama did for England?
Well, they let Harry Kane get a golden boot, which was pretty nice.
Correct.
But they will probably expect to go quite far in this tournament off the back of getting to a World Cup, which was an incredible achievement for them. But unfortunately, Tom, I have to say, our boy's not going to be there.
No, not Tejada.
Luis Tejada. I'm not sure whether
Why?
I'm not sure whether they finally realised that he is a 65-year-old man and is too old to play.
They didn't even let him play in the World Cup, having brought him there.
No, they didn't. And he was like the first sticker we got, wasn't he?
Oh, he was our favourite.
Yeah, go back and watch our old videos from the World Cup. We had a good laugh doing it.
From there, I'm just going to say that our next team that we have listed to talk to you about is Honduras, and the only note we have on them is they're 25-1 to win.
Go Honduras!
All you really need to know, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk about the 51st state. That's right, Canada, the great state.
Maybe give us a tune.
Oh, Canada. Okay, Alphonso Davis, Junior Hoylett, and Scott Airfield from Rangers are all part of this team. They are a decent side, but not a great side. They're 33-1. Will they qualify for a World Cup? Probably not. So is this their best chance to win a trophy? Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. So we can expect to see them being a really well-organized side with a bit of European flair and skills. So, it could be fun. And before Ian says anything else, I'm not going to let him. There's a hat of other teams, including Trinidad, El Salvador, Haiti, Cuba, Guyana, Martinique, Bermuda, Nicaragua, and Curacao at this tournament. I'm not talking about them until it comes to predictions. Now, Ian, lead us in to the first match.
What a way to start a tournament! Canada versus Martinique.
I honestly can't believe Martinique are in this. I'm not even going to give them the time of the day. I'm going to go 4-0 Canada.
Yeah, I'm going to say that Canada aren't that good. I'm going to go 2-0 Canada.
What an insult.
Our next match.
Mexico versus Cuba.
You cannot see Mexico.
If America have to play Cuba, will that cause like a serious diplomatic rift?
Why?
They hate each other.
Why?
Because one of them is communist and one of them is democratic.
But America's not communist.
So, Mexico versus Cuba.
Let's go for a big win for the Mexicans. Sombreros out, dancing in the streets for this one. I'm gonna go 4-0 Mexico.
I am going to ratify that with another 4-0.
Okay. Moving on to Group B. The first match is, get ready for 20 minutes of analysis on this one, Haiti versus Bermuda. Tom, when we started Very Biased Opinions, I bet you thought we'd never be going to make it to this pinnacle.
You want to know a biased opinion? I don't care.
Okay.
Haiti 0, Bermuda 0.
I'll go for, just because they've got the old British colony thing going on, I'm going to go for Bermuda shading it by a 0-0.
And our next match, Costa Rica host Nicaragua.
They keep coming, folks. They keep coming. You wanted us to do Copa America. We said, screw you. We're doing CONCACAF World Cup. Costa Rica will win this one by 2-0.
I'm going 3-1.
Okay, moving on to Group C. Curacao. Shut up. Curacao versus El Salvador.
I'm having such a hard time right now. Curacao to win 3-0.
Okay. So, as I say, me and Tom will be doing a live stream. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
The next match is Jamaica versus Honduras.
Yeah, I think this could be red cards aplenty. That'll be the only thing that's probably interesting about this game. Jamaica are at home. I think they're going to nick it 2-1.
I'll go with 3-0.
Who to? Jamaica?
Yes.
Over Honduras. But we did have such notes about Honduras. Right.
Oh, there's tears.
Right. Next match. Thomas, read it out.
Panama.
Panama.
Panama versus Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, if this was a cricket match, I know who I would be backing.
El Salvador.
Imagine if it was. You could have the Bravos.
Yeah.
You could have some other players.
Yeah, that's fine.
But in this one, Panama will win 1-0.
I'll go with 2-1 to Panama.
And saving the best till last, we have the main event.
The United States of America hosting the infidels from Guyana.
Infidels? Guyana. Come on then, Tom, give us a prediction. I'll let you go first.
3-0 USA.
1-0 Guyana.
Is this like where you always bet against Man United? Please tell me that's all the matches.
I'm getting my reggae
That's it, mate.
beats
I'm riding out.
Okay, so we hope you enjoyed that. Please give us a like and we will see you soon.